Alright, we're back. We're back. I should have a minimal delay. Okay, we're back. Cool. So, hope everyone have a good morning, man. Sorry for starting up late. So without further ado, let's get into it. So you know how we all start with our analysis, right? Always start with monthly, right? So with the monthly right now, so the monthly already came down and create a bottom wick around this support right here, right? And previously I've said that at any given time within this month we have 13 days left on a monthly candle, right? Any given point that this monthly candle can just create a bottom wick for it to wrap up and for the rest of the wick. So that is that, and in terms of monthly candle, like, until this monthly candle flip up for the wick for the rest of the range, there's nothing much to do in terms of the monthly analysis. We have 13 days left, right? So that's a lot of time. That is a lot of time to think about. Yeah, that is a lot of time. That is a lot of time in terms of the monthly candle can still wrap up. After it's wrap up and for the rest of the range, you're going to see it hover at this resistance. So there's two things can happen. It can either just reject off this resistance and call respecting this resistance, or it can just rip up and break this resistance and close above bullish for all I know, right? But until then, I'm not gonna worry about what's gonna happen once it's happened to that level. Now, all I'm looking for is, can we take advantage of, if this monthly candle to flip back into bullish and for the rest of the range, can we take advantage of that move? And that is 100 pips move. Can we take advantage of that? So look on the weekly, right? Weekly, first thing it did was we have two today and tomorrow left, right? First thing it so far is doing is creating a bottom wick, right? So it's come down, break the low. We literally, if you look left, we literally closed above the most recent support resistance, right? And we also, for all I know, this is still closing respecting, we still in the range to come up. The previous weekly candle closed with bullish above the range, right? So any given time this weekly candle can just come up after breaking the low. Now we have liquidity. If we do come up, we actually can come up now. So I believe that if this weekly candle to flip, it will for the rest of the range. Looking and that's also a line up with the monthly candle as well. If it was to for the rest of a range, that also the range on a monthly candle to flip, and that's also is actually kind of lining up now if you think about it. The weekly candle closing above the range, closing bullish, coming down, break the low, creating a bottom wick. So if it flips, it's just gonna fill the rest of the range up until 28.43, right? And that also makes sense on the monthly as well. So let's drop down to the daily. Okay, cool. You see how it's kind of start to fit in now. So we in this range right here, right? The reason I put here because we actually closed respecting here last time, right? the most recent closure. So the previous daily closed bullish, right? And we're actually coming up now. So would that not make sense that the weekly is gonna start to flip? With the daily closing bullish, respecting this. So that means that if we're closing bullish respecting this, does that not mean that we're gonna come up for the rest of the range? Because last time there's 3 times we came down here, we grabbed liquidity. Every time we come down here, what do? We follow the rest of the range. So I would imagine the same thing would happen too, if it was the case. And if it was the case, then I would look to potentially come up to 28.83, right? I believe it was on a monthly, on a weekly. Sorry, yeah. So if it was to come up, then yeah, sweet. That also means that the weekly flip, and that also the monthly flip as well. And once the monthly flip, I would imagine it would just drive and follow the rest of the range, right? So with that being said, can we take advantage of that buying up? So look into the 4 hours and the 1 hour. Let's see what is cleaner. What is cleaner in terms of 1 hour and 4 hours? Yeah, we're moving mad here, man. A lot of volume is coming in. Yeah. Here's actually not bad. It's pretty decent. So we have the range from here. So we close above this now, huh? Yeah. Hold on. The reason I put it here, because if you look left, there's a support here. We come down multiple times down here, and I believe that we are gonna close above this support. So can we? And if we close above the support, we have range to travel out, right? We do have range to travel out. Yeah, here's fine. Right, so let's put our main support and resistance on, and let's see what kind of range that we are working with. So it breaks. Yeah, you reject off here. You have range travel up here at least. Reject off that. Reject off that. Yeah. In terms of ideas, what time frame can I work with? Wow. In terms of looking right at the chart, I'm seeing the same mirror. Oops. So if you look left, right? If you look left, you will see this exact same mirror, right? So we're coming up, we're pulling from an exact same spot. Oops, my alarm gone off. So we pull exactly from the same support, we came from down here, grab liquidity, coming up, right? These 2 times we come up, right? If you look left, the first time we come up, we reject right off of here, coming down, making a pullback, retrace, and then what we do, drive all the way up. Look at this move, exact same thing. We're coming up, make a pullback, and then this is a drive up. So it is a drive to all the way to 27.43. So can we take advantage of that? So if this is a drive up, this is a matter that I'm looking at. Can we take advantage of that? So we do have a minor resistance right here. Yep, we literally rejected right on the pot, right on the dot. Yeah, here you just find natural. Yeah, because you can see the rejection off here, rejection off here, rejection off here, rejection, 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 right? So here's actually not bad. I mean, okay. So knowing what we know now, okay, the 30 minutes actually coming down with no top wick. The 1 hour, no top wick either coming down. This is perfect, by the way. $15 coming down, no top wick. Cool. We'll also have this minor resistance right here. Yeah, I believe when we break, we very likely to be able to come up. What other resistance do we have as well? We also have this minor resistance right here, sitting along there, and yeah, we have a minor resistance sitting along there. Other than that, in terms of traffic, it's pretty clean. Yeah, man. I believe that we actually can take advantage of the volume and could get in the trade very soon. Look at that 1 hour, no bottom wick here. Let me see. Five closed. fire open up no top work. Interesting. You know what I'm gonna do here? I will have my buy stop right at the flip of the 1 hour candle, right? If you look at the 1 hour candle, we close above the range, and the way it's open up, it has no top wick, right? So I would imagine that at any given time, at any given point, sorry, that we look to last time we reject off of here, we actually come down. We actually come down to grab liquidity. Interesting. Yeah, this level is okay for now. The 4 hours no bottom wick though, so any given time this thing could just flip here. Actually, buy stop here might be quite bad. Yeah, any given time this 4 hour candle can still flip here. So I'm just being very, very careful with, because if you look left, if this is the same mirror that we're looking at, so we pull up, make a pull back, and we're rejecting right off the bat. 4 hours, no bottom wick, so any given time this thing can just still rip back down. So yeah, got to be very careful with this one. Okay, that's a 1 hour flip there. Now the question is, will it flip or would it just come up, get a bottom, a top wick, and then come down? That is a question. Yeah, because any given time, this 4 hours can still flip back down, right? Because look at the previous 4 hour candle. It's literally bearish and doji, right? First thing we did was we're coming up, we break the high of the previous candle. So if we were to reject now, we can to come down to create a bottom wick on the 4 hour, and then we might be able to have, when we break the low on this 4 hour, we might be able to have liquidity to drive up. So I'm just very, very cautious with that. I'm just not comfortable taking buy here, even though the overall picture is like leading up, but I'm just very cautious right now. You reject right off of here, right? Yes, you did. And then what did you do? You come up here, you reject, you come all the way down here to grab some liquidity. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, man, until come down to create up 4-hour lows, any given point, this thing can still flip. Yeah, I would imagine 2683 will get tapped if it was to come down with the way it looks, with the 4 hours, with the way 4 hours looking right now. Yeah, I would imagine it should like come down, tap into break the low on the 4 hours, tap into 2679, and then if it wants to go up, it can then, and that is an 18 pips move range that you could play with. So that you can play any hand today. Like buy, it makes sense because the buy out on the bigger picture, on the daily, on the weekly, on the monthly. If you gotta take sales, you got to think about like, and for us to go up, we also need to come down to go down to drive up, right? And look at the 4 hours, the no bottom wick in previous coin, doji right at the resistance. If you look right to the left here, every time we close respect, then we come down to grab liquidity to come up, right? So I would imagine if that is the case, we literally first thing we do is come up, breaking the high of this doji, and then we come down. So for me, that's kind of an indication of that we could potentially drive down to grab liquidity down to drive up. So yeah, that's pretty clean. Yeah, you see how the 15 flip now. Yeah, the 1 hour also flips as well. Give me 2 seconds, chat. I want you to see how my stream looks from the viewer point of view. Yeah, it's fine. Right, so the 1 hour come up. Get a top weight. You know what I'm gonna do here, chat? I'm gonna put a sell stop on this break of this low on the 5. Anticipation on the 4. Flip coming down to grab liquidity down to drive up. Because I don't imagine we just drive up without grabbing liquidity somewhere. So the 30 minutes closing in 11 minutes. Yeah, I would like to see we tap into. Yeah, I would like to see we tap it at least around here, grabbing liquidity to drive up. Or even down here even. There's a minor support right here as well. Right around here. So what is that? 10. So it's basically 1 for 1. Oh shit, I fold. Alright. Okay. Well, I guess I'm in then. So loss will be right here. And TP will be right around here. No, sorry. TP will be right around here. But I'll manage position as it goes. Okay. But yeah. Stop loss should be above this candle high. Okay, 15. Coming down flip now. Yeah, I know for us today, like you got to understand that for us to coming up today, we need to grab liquidity down to drive up, right? And that is literally that. Once this 5 break this low on this break this previous low, I'm gonna put stop loss into break even, okay? And once it does that, I'll just let it dry to the next level of support, okay? And this is on the anticipation on the 4 hours flip. Yeah, I would expect like a clean drive at least all the way down here, and I would imagine down here that would be the 4 hour flip, right? Yeah. Because first thing we did was coming up, create literally a break the high on this doji candle with a bottom wick. So for us to drive up, I would imagine we would need liquidity down to drive up. So nothing too crazy here. Yeah, once we tap into did we tap into this? Once we break this 5 low, this previous low on the 5, stop us into a break even. I'm still in here, guys, by the way. Just in case you wonder. I will try to fix delay on the stream. I know it's not great, but I will try my best to fix it. Due to the fact that my camera is only like 1080 pixels, it's very hard to get the lowest latency due to the fact that it doesn't support it. Final top wick though. Yeah, I would imagine this fall would flip, coming down to grab liquidity. But I don't imagine why it shouldn't flip to come down to grab liquidity and then drive up. But we'll see what it's doing here. Five minutes until the 15th closed. I would imagine I'll get out in the next hour, like for sure. Just because the 4 hours wants to flip, and once it flips, it's coming down, grab liquidity, and then it's going to be quite hard because it can still flip back up again. So you just got to be very patient. Even though today we've been speaking, the bias is definitely bullish, right? But for us to take action onto the buy, you need to think about what's going to happen before the buy is ready. We need to come down to grab liquidity, which is in another term, it's a retracement, right? So let's really this trade is based off of that. So that's why it's going to be very, very quick. It's not going to be long at all. 1 to 4 hours flip, we should be out, and that should give you 7 pips into the trade anyway. But yeah, once it decides to flip. So there you go. There's a 5 break on the low. So now it should be a risk-free trade for you guys, right? So I'm gonna let it run because the 4 hour it's gonna flip in any minute. There's a push down. Has the 4 hour flipped yet? Not yet. Yeah, I would imagine this 4 hours will want to flip. Come down here to grab liquidity at least before it wants to do anything else. So minor support right here. It's not flipped yet. Maybe the next 5. At this point, right, you can do either, but for me, what I'll do is I'm going to move my stop loss down into taking profit into the low of the candle, and yeah, man. There's so much volume and momentum for this because of this 4 hours. Once you flip, when it does flip, it's just gonna drive straight through. But we found a support right here. Interesting. There's a drive on the 4 hours flip there. You know what I'm gonna do here, chat? I'm gonna close fill there. That's a 4-hour flip, and I believe we just secured. How many pips was that? 9 pips. No, we didn't. Sorry. That was 8 pips. 9 pips in profit. Well done. Very short trade. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna update my trade as well today. 1 win, and that is 14 wins so far. Yeah, man. Hope you really enjoy that. That was literally on a 4 hours flip. Nothing too crazy. One of the flips is it should just continues to trickle down to around here. 2679 to grab liquidity. Once it flips, there's a high chance it can still reflip, right? Because there's still 2 hours left on the 4 hours. But the basis of that trade was that anticipation on the 4 hours flip, the break of the low on the 5. When it breaks, it should just continue to drive down. So yeah, so nothing too crazy. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoy that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna fill the journal live while we're here. Win loss doesn't really matter, guys. Like, honestly. That was, how long was that trade? I need to also show you guys the journal as well. Right, there it is. And that was what? That was 7:31. No, sorry. Um, 7:19. So that was London GBP USD, bullish on the buy as normal. And that was a sell breakout on the time frame. No, yeah, it was a breakout. Set up time frame, it was a 5. Entry, break the current low. So yeah, it's very straightforward, that trade, nothing too crazy, right? Sort of loss levels on a 1 hour time frame, 15. Next logical support, stops potential break even, managing time frame. I think that setup was on the 4 hours, not gonna lie. No, it was on a 5. Even though I was using multiple time frame, and the setup time frame was more mainly on a break, although on a 5, anticipating that the 4 hour gonna break the low, gonna flip. So it's like saying breakout setup 5, breaking the current low is it's a bit vague, because I was also anticipating a flip on the 4 as well, but it's fine now. 5, 15, 1 hour, 4 hours. No, not 1 hours. 5, 15. I'll expect to drive in the 5 minutes, number 0. And that was a win, man. 0.6. 33.88. And how many pip is that? 6.776. In my head I was thinking is drawdown. I don't think we have any drawdown in that trade, if I'm honest with you. No, we actually did have slightly, just a slight drawdown of 4 pips. I think max profit pip was 9. Exit. Closure, no, wick. Combine, break even and profit. Time frame 5. Don't know yet, but yeah, man. I hope you guys enjoy that trade though. Nothing too crazy. Just another day in the market. Just another day in the market. Nothing too crazy, right? So yeah, man. Hope you guys happy. We got a trade. It was literally that trade was so quick. It was literally, how long was that? 17:19, and now it's 17:39. That was what, 15 minutes trade. Yeah, it's literally on the break of this entire 15 breaking down right here. So it's literally a 15-20 minutes trade. But yeah, if you guys enjoy that and learn something, I hope you did learn something. It has been a pleasure coming up every single day, showing you guys how I do my setup, what I'm seeing, what kind of setup, and how I take my trade and stuff. So it has been a big pleasure. Yeah, man. Win, loss, break even, it doesn't really matter. It matters that you show up every single day. You do your diligence, you do your homework, you show up every single day, you put in the work. And yeah, man, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I don't think I'm gonna hunt anymore until I see that it will, I see that it's tapped into around this area, and then could potentially looking for more position buying up. But we'll see though. We see how it plans out. Because the way this 4-hour candle closing right now is kind of concerning. It's slightly concerning, just because it will come down to it will want to come down to for the rest of the week, right? And when it comes down and follows the rest of the week, that's also the liquidity graph to come up. And today's daily is very, very bullish. Like, you can take either hand. So even I have been doing my analysis for the past 20 minutes, and I've been saying, oh, we can definitely take a buy up and stuff like that. You can also take sell as well if it makes sense. So in this case, it makes sense because in order for us to go up, what needs to happen? We need to come down, grab liquidity, and then drive up, right? And that's what I anticipate, and that's what actually happened. Because on on the basis of this 4 hours gonna flip and drive, and I would imagine that it's come down for the wick and then come back up. But we have 2 hours though, so like there's a high chance that this 1 hour can just come down, tap into this level and then flip back up, for what I know, right? The next hour, I mean. So yeah, yeah, man. I hope you guys enjoy that. Nothing happened too crazy. I know today's trade has been real quick, but it is what it is. We could turn up. We got the job done. So now it's just a case of let the trade run. Let the price move. Right. This is where you don't want to hunt. This is where you want price to print data and tells you where it wants to go, and showing you the direction. Right now it's just slightly a mess because it could still coming down even further for the wick on the 4 hours before it flip up, or could this be just a bottom wick yet for the 4 hours to come back up? I don't know, but right now it's a mess because it's right at the minus support right here. Reject right off of that. Yeah, you can see it right here. It's literally rejected right off the minor support. So like, it's a mess. That is why I got out where I got out, right? But yeah, man. Nothing too crazy. We got the job done. We did what we came for, and I hope you guys learn a thing or two, right? So you see how now it's ripped up now, because there's a minor support right here, reject right off of that. So yeah. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. Yeah, I think I might call it a day, guys. We got the win. We got what we came for. I don't see why I should be staying for much longer, just purely because just purely because we have a lot of more opportunity when news coming out later on this afternoon during the New York session. So I don't see why we should be staying here. But I'll be here for another 10-15 minutes. If you guys have any question on that trade, please do fire through. Yeah, you see how I was talking about you see how I was talking about it could just reject, because now the 4 hours flip now, it could still reject and coming up and break this high here, and that is also the 1 hour flip as well. You see how I was saying that now? You see that? And now it's going to be hard because I don't know how the 4 hours gonna unfold. Will it like just come up and break this high, and then continue to dry up? Do we have any? Do we have any minor resistance around here? Yes, we do. Okay. That's a 7 pips move. 13 pips move. You see how it's now? It's like it's might be quite tough to get in here because it's too close to the 1 hour candle close, right? And I don't know if this is enough liquidity for it to drive. So it's gonna be slightly tough. So for now, I would rather just stay out, wait for the 1 hour candle close, because the 1 hour candle close and the 30 minutes candle close in 11 minutes, right? Because for all I know, the next hourly candle can just come up, create a top wick, and then come down for the rest of the range on this. If it's closed doji, and you don't want to be in that at all. You want to stay out. But yeah, man, we got what we came for. We got our trade this morning. It was a really quick session. I did not expect it to be a quick session at all. Got in the trade 15 minutes. But yeah, man. Morning, bro. Morning. You came a bit late, man. You came late, bro. I'm already out. If you rewind back around 7:15, we got a trade, and you see how you see my analysis. You see why I got in the trade around that time. So that trade was during this pull right here, on the anticipation of the 4 hours coming down flip, and now is nah, don't worry, bro. Nah, no stress. No stress. I know, man. It's snowing here as well. It's snowing in Scotland as well. It has been pretty cold for the past days, but I really like the cold, so I will not complain that. Yeah, man. It's a bit unfortunate that you didn't see the whole trade setup plan out, but it's there. So if you will, I could re-explain it to you, but it's already done. But if you rewind back when it was happening, I got this whole rundown right here, and that was 7 pips move coming down, and it was a lot quicker than I expected, to be fair, because the whole analysis this morning I was talking about that the daily is bullish, the weekly looking like it's going to start to flip, and it does flip. Look, it's close above the range on the weekly, right? If you so if you look on the weekly, we close literally right above the range at the most recent no, this is not right here. We close above the range on the most recent support, right? We close above here as well. So where is the next traffic we're gonna grow? We're gonna go from if we close above, we clear all these minor resistance right here, and if and the previous weekly candle also printed bullish, right? And we so far we have coming down, creating a bottom wick, breaking all the low on the previous weekly candle as well. So now I will anticipate, I will assume that the weekly candle would just flip and follow the rest of the range, and that was literally the entire idea. And that also lined up with the monthly as well. The monthly also flipped and coming up for the rest. It went to your FVG. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to me with the FVG, because I don't trade that, so I don't really have an idea of what it means. But yeah, but if it aligns with to your analysis, then that's great. But yeah, so I spend my entire morning. It's yeah, bro. I don't use it. I don't understand it at all. But yeah, but if it works for you and it's makes sense, then yeah, stick to it and keep at it. So yeah, so what I was saying is that the whole morning analysis I was like pointing towards to like buy. It's just kind of got me kind of flashback, because like it's very similar to Don's stream. Like that whole morning he could be like talking about buying, and all of a sudden he taking a sell, and that's what happened exactly this morning as well. This whole morning I was talking about looking for positions to buy up, and then all of a sudden I took a sell because I see opportunity, I see ideas playing out, I see candles getting printed out, showing that there's needs to be liquidity grab down enough for us to drive up, and it just took it, and it just happened. Yeah, man, like don't restrict yourself. Like there is no limit in terms of you must his trade yesterday. Yeah, man, it's like don't worry if you must trade though, because there's always another day, right? There's always the markets will always be here. So don't sweat if you miss a trade. The real value I'll say is the knowledge. I think I found the problem to the delay. Okay, I have tried to fix the delay today, and I also found a problem because the camera I'm using is 1080 pixels, and the lowest latency setting. It says YouTube that restrict when you use ad blocker. Huh. I see. Yeah. I try to use the lowest latency on YouTube, but because my camera um doesn't support the lowest delay that I can use, because it's only for like 1480 pixels or 4K or something like that. So yeah, that's something I need to change. I need to buy a new camera if that's the case. Now it's just under 10 seconds. Okay, that's a massive improvement. I'll rate that. I'll rate that. But yeah. So I've got the job done, bro. I've got uni to attend pretty soon. But fire through questions if you have any question in terms of like analysis, or if you don't understand, or what's a daily bias, or whatever questions you have in terms of like trading, just fire through. Interesting. Yeah, just fire through, because I've got the job done. There's no reason for me to hang about, but I will hang around if you have questions in terms of trading and what's happening, and or how I took my trade this morning. It was only if someone else That's the problem, you know, what can be. Right. I never thought about that, to be fair. The ad blocker. I don't use it. I just wait for 5 seconds and then let it do its things, and then turn it off. But yeah, man. This morning is was a bit too quick. But I'm not complaining. If it's some days like this, it's too quick. Yesterday was waiting for 3 hours. Oh, it's a new thing they've been implementing. Huh. I didn't know that. Yesterday I was literally hunting for 3 hours for 10 pips trade, but today I've only been hunting for like half an hour and got 7 pips trade, and that's just how it is. That's just how it goes. What is it I'm gonna say? Yeah, so I know you came on late, but don't stress, because the day only just started, right? We have an unemployment claim later on in the day. I believe. Yep, we have unemployment claims. So there will be a lot of volume, and there will be opportunity for you to do trade and stuff like that. So don't stress. Don't get FOMO if you missed the trade this morning, bro. It's a bit unlucky. But yeah, if you have like any questions in terms of like the analysis for today, just find me through. I will stay here for another couple minutes, because there's no reason for me to hang about any longer, because today I have uni to attend this morning. That is why I have to kind of end the stream quite short. But just as well that I got what I came for. Well, I didn't expect anything, but we did the job. I did the job. So yeah. Like, if you have any questions and stuff like that, just fire through. And I'll probably try my best answering them. In terms of the analysis or stuff like that, let's look at gold quickly. Okay, cool. So like gold is pretty standard. Like, I'm telling you right now, gold is pretty nice to trade today as well. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay. Right, so with gold, right? I think you trade gold as well, so like it makes sense to also have a little bit of look at gold, right? It's so straightforward, right? Right, you see how the daily literally closed below the most recent support right here, right? And if you look on the monthly, we've been talking about like the monthly, in order for the monthly to come up and fill the wick, it's got to come down, create a bottom wick to run up. And where is the bottom wick going to be, or how far the bottom wick going to be? It's going to be very hard, because we have no data or to the left, but we can actually gauge where it could potentially be, if that makes sense. So look in the chart right now, right? I can see that it could potentially tap into this level, which is around 1990 to 2000, right? So if that is the case, if we tap into this level, right, and the weekly coming down now, right? So today, in terms of analysis, it makes sense. It makes sense if you think about it. Like, we closing back down below the most recent support, right? And where is the next range? It's going to be right around here, right? And where is that level? 1980. Wow. So like all of a sudden, right, it's all lines up because that also the monthly bottom wick, right? That also the monthly bottom wick, the monthly coming down, break the low on the monthly previously monthly candle, and we have 13 days left on the monthly candle. So if we are to coming down and for the rest of the range, we could potentially have enough liquidity right around here for the monthly to flip and coming back up for the rest of the range. So with that bear in mind, you know that the monthly still coming down, creating bottom wicks, right? And you look at how the daily open is literally a given. Look at the way the daily open is literally open up with no bottom wick, right? So this, I know for us, you can continue to drive down. Where do we need to tap into? We need to tap into 2018. I would imagine to create a top wick, grab liquidity to drive down, right? So it's literally it's today for I'll say this week, today or tomorrow, gold going to be very, very nice to trade. And I think if you're gonna watch Don stream later, he probably say something similar as well. Because look at the way candle closing, and look at the way it's been hovering about. It's nice to trade because every time we're broken down below, look left, what do we have? Clean traffic. But then but the way the daily candle opening up is coming up to create our top wick before it's coming down, right? I believe we have slight data on the left, but this is not the matter that we're looking for. Nah, all of this is not really helpful. But yeah, just look at the most recent price action, and look at the daily, how the daily opening up. So yeah, it's like it's pretty nice to trade gold today, and it's like, what is our move here? 370 pips range that you could play with. Like, I'm sure that today, for it to come down on the daily flip, right? Yeah, on a daily flip, we have range to play with. We definitely have range to play with. Oh, you tap into here already. Okay. And you literally called respecting. Right, okay, interesting. Yeah, you have range to play with because this is a daily flip. Yep, it is. And once the daily flip, what range do you have to play with? 100 pips range until the next minor support. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Oops. Yeah. So it's a pretty nice range in terms of trading for gold. It's very, very straightforward, but you got to wait for this top wick to form on the daily, and I believe that if we were to coming up to create a top wick, the top wick would be around this level, 2017 or something like that. And then when we get more confirmation of the candle closing back into a range, break back below the low or the high, whatever. Well, in this case, it's coming down, so got break back, break below the low, right? And then yeah, like, you have range to play with, man. This is nice. Man, this is where I'm gutted that I can't be on the chat and just like hunt for possession, because like these are pretty nice to trade with. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to be too stressed about it. The market's still going to be here every single day. I'm still going to turn up, doing my things every day. I only have class until half 11, so I should be able to trade the New York session as well. So should be good. But yeah, man, that's the analysis for gold if you do trade gold. And you look at the 4 hours as well, right? We're coming up. We haven't even come down. We create barely a minimal top bottom wick, right? So even for us to drive up today to create a top wick, I would imagine we're coming down, create a bottom wick and a drive up. But since the overall direction seems to be pointing towards coming down to 1980, I would be very cautious if you were going to go for buy, because understand that you can also go in for buy, but that buy is only gonna be very limited, since it's only for the top wick on a daily, right? So because any given time this daily could still flip back down and fold the rest of the range. So you could play either hand. You could do sell. You could do buy. There's no such thing as a wrong idea, because both make sense. Yeah, you do have range to play with. Yeah, yep. 2006. So it's right around here. Now the previous one, 2006 was a lot better, because we form a support and resistance right around here. So now, if we were to break above this, I would imagine we have a range to travel towards 2017. And where is 2017? That is also the that is also the daily top wick, right, that we were anticipating. But yeah, man, hope you enjoyed the analysis. I just did gold anyway because I wanted to see what's happening today. Oh well, look at this 1 hour candle coming down. Literally coming down to for the rest of the range. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, you could if you missed that move, and if you were if you were watching this, you could you probably, well, I shouldn't say you could have, but what you could do is looking for the 1 hour to close, and then I would, if I was still trading, I would probably look into short this position right here as well, because understanding that the 4 hour could still flip and for the rest of the range, understand that this 1 hour candle closing doji coming down to full the range, and there's a 4 hours flip there. One is come down, when it break this low, you should have traffic to drive down at least minimum down to this level of support right here, which is around 2680, and that is not bad of a range though. That's our 10 pips move, and if you got into the position already on the break of this low, you should have a vantage point already, because you should be in 3 pips profit already. That 1 hour rejected at my 4 hour level though. What do you mean, bro? Where is your 4 hours level? I was going to take my 5-minute break, but my ICT messed it up. That's hard because I don't really know what that means, but what I'll say is, like, if you want to combine strategies, that's great. There's nothing wrong with it, but like, make sure that it doesn't like clash. They don't clash each other, because the more confluences and the more ideas line up. 2014 5 2014. What do you mean 2014? My ICT have created a FVG on the 5-minute. I don't really know what that means. But yeah, like, if it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. What I'll say is that try to have strategy that line up together, and they don't clash each other, because if they clash each other, it's going to be very, very tough for you to be to work out. Oh, on go 2014. 2014, right? What about 2014? The one I rejected. 2014 5. Yeah, 2014. That's the minor resistance right here. But as of right now, because the 4 hours no create a top bottom wick yet, so that's pretty scary. But until it's come down and break back into the range, it break below this, break back into a range, coming up, create a top wick and come down, then yes, you can come down. That's a 20 pips move, 30 pips move range on the breakout of the 5 or whatever, because you now assuming that the 4 hours gonna come down and flip. So you could actually take if you continue to trade, I would look into this right now. Like, if it breaks back into this range, right, break below, and then it come up, create a top wick, it would be a nice range to play with, from 2009 to 2006. But yeah, but be very cautious with that though, because the 1 hour's actually coming down bearish as well, so that's nice too. But be very cautious with that, because when the 4 hours flip, any given time this thing can still coming up, creating a top wick for the daily, still, because we haven't had any confirmation that this is the daily high, the daily top wick, for it to come down. So if it does come down here, which it is coming down, it's literally respecting. If it is coming down here, and if you want to take the play from 2009 down to 2006, just got to make sure that once the 4 hours flip, you could potentially put stop loss into break even. What that's what I'll do anyway. I'm telling you what I would do if I was still trading. When the 4 hours flip, that would be stop loss into break even, because we have nice clean traffic coming down. If you look left, we tapped into this level last time as well. We have clean traffic coming down. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward as well. But the 15 open up no top wick, so that's gonna be quite scary. So if we can come up, create a top wick on the 15, and on the flip down, that is not a bad range to play with. But yeah, man. Hope you enjoy that. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you take care with your trading, man. take care with your strategy. Don't clash it too much. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be able to trade. Well, not trade. I'll be able to stay and hunt for the whole entire London session. So, with that being said, I'm gonna bet you well and have a good trading day, man. We only on the 18th of January. It's still first month of the year, so just take it easy, alright. If you do trade, just make sure you wear protection. Make sure you have protection stop loss in place, and don't overtrade. Stay disciplined, stay patient, and stick to your plan, man. That's what I'm gonna say. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow if you come on. I will be here tomorrow through the entire London session. Unfortunately, I can't trade for too long today, just because I need to go. But I got what I came. I hunted for a position. We got the job done. So yeah, man. If you missed the analysis or how I took the very big trade this morning, you could rewind back and just watch how I took my trade and learn from it if you want. But I hope you got something from it. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna leave it here. Hope you have a good day, bro. Yeah. Don't worry. No sweat. Don't worry. But yeah, if I hope you learned something from that. I really do. But yeah, man. Good luck with your trading. Good luck with your day. I'm gonna leave it here.